What's going on, everybody? Goose the 13th here with another video. We are in the 7th anniversary stretch here for GBO2, so you know, happy anniversary first of all. But we are not going to be checking out the Kai first here. I say as watch me forget how to upload these videos order-wise. But first we're going to take a look at the other 75-hour step up for the superb Jegan. Another UC engaged suit here. Raid, believe it or not, despite its kit. That being said, because of the way that it's kind of configured, it does only have priority 2. It has compatibility with space. Taking a look at the weapons here, it has its own high mega launcher. 2600 for the baseline damage, heat rate of 80% and a range of 400 meters. Cooldown times 4.5, overheat of 15, and a focus of 1 second. So this is actually still a 2 melee suit, by the way, because the HML lets you use it as a large beam saber, which really makes me wonder, where is this for like half of the other Zeta era stuff that isn't stuff that's just a Zeta itself? The mainline beam saber though, 1900 power, regular swings on this, cooldown time of 2.5. The large beam saber has an extra second on that cooldown, but also 2400 power on there. The pretty decent downswing that has a lot of reach on it. As for the other sub weapons, we actually have a Jegan beam rifle, instant stun, waist mounted grenade, which is literally just 3. But 900 power per and a range of 300 means you can kind of mix this in as well as use it for a follow-up. And it has its own Vulcan pod system. Not too shabby here for the weapons. Moving on to the stats and skills then. For the stats, we have 18,500 health. In terms of our defense, we have ballistic at 20, beam at 26, and melee resistance at a meager 14. Damage-wise then, of course, considering its kit, we have more for range, so 35 range and a melee strength of 15, which is a little rough, considering again that this is a suit with 2 different melee options. Movement speed then is 125, top speed is 220, pretty typical. Thruster gauge of 75 and a turning speed of 63. Part slots wise, we have 13, 14, and 13 for close, medium, and long. In terms of skills, we actually have a decent laundry list here, all things considered. So, Assault Booster level 2, High Performance Balancer 1, High Spec AMBAC 2, Maneuver Armor 2, Force Injector 2, Melee Combat Controller 1, Emergency Evasion System 2, so 2 roles there, Flight Control Program 2, Anti-Blast Stabilizer 1, High Performance Radar 2, High Performance Scope 2, Precision Shelling. So here's where things get a little weird. Because of the kit, they want you to at least get a decent amount of your stuff off at range, especially with that HML. So they gave you Precision Shelling, offers 5% to firing strength when crouching on the ground or remaining still in space. And Precision Sniping. Sniper mode attacks deal 30% extra damage, and the recoil of units with damaged parts will be greater. Attacking in sniper mode also extends cooldowns. Immobile. Oh, motherfucker. What the hell? I disarmed myself. But it also gave it a mobile firing system so that you have a little bit of leeway when you're whipping out the rifle in the first place. Activated when using a ranged weapon, you must stop the fire. Reaction caused by ranged attacks will be reduced. The effect does not apply while focused. Beyond that, special add-on buffer, so we get a 15 for the buffer on the back. And then it also got Pursuit Range Auxiliary Program. So again, with that follow-up, either with the missiles or the rifle or whatever, you get an extra 15% damage on top of enemies. Not too shabby indeed. Very straightforward. Again, the billionth configuration for another Jegan. UC Engage loves throwing shit on this suit. But for now, let's bring it into practice. Talk about it a little bit. And we'll get on to it. Let me in. Let me in. Hurry up. Okay. So, for the rifle, very straightforward there. Same with this. The fact that this actually doesn't have that bad of a ready out time on it either means you can lead in between these two pretty easy. The grenades then, all 3 for the stun. Transitions, I will say the windup on that downswing for the large beam saber, a little bit rough. But as long as you're leading from a decent distance and have enough to cover it, you'll be okay. Definitely not something you're going to be zooming in with. Although, because of how long it takes, you can steer it a little bit, which isn't too bad. Let me see. Is this something even good to test on? So for the Vulcans, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I feel like that has something on it though. Let me double check. So 20 for that, but that might have DC. I know for sure this probably does. Does this? Did they get this? So this suit actually got buffed. The unit adjustments actually got a couple suits. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Genuinely, all of these might actually have some sort of like that's rough. I feel like it was a little bit less before, but I might be thinking of the other suit that we're going to be talking about later. Also, one other thing to keep in mind: this is not a thrust for the regular. It's almost like you're using a fitting. It just brings it overhead as a chop. And obviously, you got your big swipies. You got a good amount of coverage on that rifle. I'm gonna wait for this goober to get up and then we'll try to show this off real quick because actually I might not be able to now because these guys are like way off center. Yeah, get over there. Oh my god. I'm trying to get them lined up in a way that I can actually do the oh my god, the charge, because it can pierce, but the power of parallax means that it's just gonna keep going sideways. That's so bad, dude. This game's ass. There we go. A little bit. You can see that it's going through, but it's so finicky. I don't know if you guys have ever had issues with this. It used to be so bad because I want to say that Garobis also had this happen in the past, like when the boosted first came out. Same kind of thing. Yeah, there you go. It hit him, but it hit his shield that time. There we go. But yeah, decent amount of reach with that. Obviously, don't do it when you're right in front of somebody. I don't know how I would really particularly feel about running this in space. But we'll show off the damage to the base here real quick. Charge shot really doesn't make much of a difference, obviously. And I can show off the difference real quick between on a neutral person here. So regular shot, 2667, right? Let's crouch. Give ourselves a little time for the heat. 2924. And then you get into this. 3853. Decent jump up for the full deal between those two skills. Not bad at all. Now, obviously, depending on the sheer speed of stuff at 550, the fact that there's a lot of psycommu pressure going on, you might not really have a lot of time for that. But you do have a decent amount of range with this, like we saw. So, do what you will. Keep in mind, though, that this rifle not really doing a lot to the base. It's mostly going to be the grenades that do any visible tick damage. The melee, even if you do jack it, you know, melee doesn't typically do a lot for base damage. In fact, it's surprising that even the rifle itself, for the Jegan rifle, not doing a whole lot. But, you know, still have the grenades. The other thing to keep in mind, in fact, let's see how easy it is to do. Let's just do like a regular downswing, right? And then you get here and a little bit of the old. So 1061 with the auxiliary on there, not bad. Obviously, in the time that it takes you to do that, you can probably also just have the rifle ready. That'll probably do a decent amount as well. 923 on neutral without that auxiliary bonus. And 3067 for the auxiliary on the HML. So in general, like I said, straightforward, pretty neat. We will be getting into one of our rounds that we got in here in a minute, and we'll be putting that right around here.
All pilots, prepare for combat.
Oh my god.
Deploy at once. Commencing operation. Beacon capture confirmed. Beacon captured by the enemy. Enemy unit destroyed.
What do you mean? Not even close. What the fuck?
We lost an allied unit. Enemy unit destroyed. An ally is requesting support. Enemy unit destroyed. Any damage detected, but you're alright.
Oh my.
We lost an ally.
Ah, shut up.
Destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Whoa. That was a little fast. Yeah. Aw, heck. Really? Rudder. Oh.
Beacon capture confirmed. Significant damage detected. No! Mobile suits been destroyed. Select a location and method for redeployment. An ally is requesting support. We lost an ally unit. Requesting redeployment. We lost an ally unit. We lost an ally unit. Enemy unit destroyed. An ally. We lost an ally unit. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. Beacon capture confirmed.
No! You fool!
Enemy unit destroyed.
Hey.
An ally is requesting support.
Up. Get in. I could have did it. You could have boiled me. Wanna see? Let me get it.
An ally is requesting support.
Did you get it or no?
Light damage detected.
Oh god, oh no.
No! Mobile suits been destroyed.
Whoa, what
Supporting
the
fire
hell is
incoming.
going on here?
Pull back to stay out of it. An ally has just... We lost an ally unit. Long-range supporting fire incoming. Requesting
I really hope that that was just my preview stuttering and not like the actual stream stuttering. That's rude. Not really sure what that was about. Let me stand up.
Looks like they've got the up. We lost an ally unit. Beacon capture confirmed. Significant damage detected. We've taken too much damage.
And please roll.
Mobile suits been destroyed. We lost an ally unit. An ally is requesting support.
No, they're going towards base. Yeah, we're not gonna win this one. We were looking good, and then we weren't.
Requesting redeployment. We lost an ally beacon captured by the enemy. Enemy infantry eliminated.
But,
2 minutes remaining for the operation. Bases are especially valuable for this mission. Impressive. How'd you pull off that move?
oh, what the fuck? It just disappeared into my body.
Damage detected, but you're all right. You can stay in the fight. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Someone's already left from here or something stupid.
Beacon cap. We lost an ally unit. An ally is requesting support.
No, don't look over there. They're coming this way. Hello?
We lost an ally unit.
Oh my.
1 minute remaining. You can still do this. Beacon capture confirmed. Significant damage.
Oh my god.
The mobile suit's been destroyed. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Oh.
An ally has destroyed
Their heavy's getting chased down.
redeployment.
Ooh. Oh, he doesn't have a lot of health on him. Whoa.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. The mission has ended.
Ooh. He almost overhead her.
Victory is ours. Thank goodness.
Gurneon. Honestly, that Tetra getting in there too.
Here's your reward for this battle.
Man, this doesn't feel awful. I feel like, especially having that Jegan rifle as a follow-up along with the rockets, I don't know how often I'm going to be scoping in, but I should scope in more because like that's a significant jump for 30%. Between that and the crouch, like that's not bad. So that was our round in the superb Jegan. Pretty good follow-up suit. Interesting to have this running around as a raid. Again, kind of a little bit of a funky take on the Night Seeker formula without really having to do any of the stealth stuff. It's just a bit more brazen that way, but because they wanted it to have more range, they still did the trade-off of being like, oh, well, you're going to be priority to it, and yada, 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 so not bad. Obviously, the melee, not super crazy, but considering what you're hitting and the absolute lack of defense that most supports really have, it's kind of a non-issue. Unless you're like just not landing your shots at all, which, you know, I'm not really that great at it either, but still, everything on this pretty nice. The good thing is that even though it is kind of some FOMO kind of shit for the banner because it's just like a limited time banner, you're talking about what is it, like 75 tokens to get the whole thing down. Granted, much like any step up, all your other rolls are going to be trash Although there have been some reports of people getting this in other banners or during their free spins, because, you know, there's always going to be one or two people like, oh yeah, I did all this and didn't have to, like, give a single coin. Like, yeah, it must be nice. Oh, man. But this will be our first video for today. We are going to be bringing out another video pretty soon for the X1 Kai, so keep an eye out for that. Or, you know, just watch them back to back. I'd appreciate it. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the suit. Let me know if you guys actually rolled for this and how you've been finding it in fights. Good luck if you haven't spun for it yet, and if you think this is going to be something that's worth your time. But for now, this is Gustav the 13th. I'll hopefully see you in that other video in a moment.